Say hello to the peoples. Oh, the baby. Do, 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 do. Good morning or good afternoon, or maybe perhaps good evening. Whatever time that it may be, I'm just so happy that you're here with me. So sit back and relax, take it slow. Welcome to the Best Day Ever show. Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe perhaps good evening. Welcome to the Best Day Ever show, and welcome to California. I am home in Southern California. I moved back in with my parents. I'm not even going to show you my room because it still has everything everywhere. The problem is I don't have furniture yet, so there's nowhere to like put things. I need to get like a desk and a drawer and actually a bed too. I've decided to wait until I get back from Argentina to even think about any of those things. What's new, Buenos Aires? I was planning on actually making a video at the audition, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. I can be like on location at the audition, but the day was really kind of crazy, and we were just like on our feet the whole time. On our feet! So I didn't get a chance to do it. But I do want to tell you all about it because it was such a crazy day and a really good day and an exciting day. So I want to share that with you. The audition was for Universal Studios Japan, and it's in Osaka. And so just depending on the audition, they ask you to either like sing your own song or they give you things they want to sing. And for this audition, they asked the girls to sing Roar by Katy Perry, and that was going to be the first thing you sing when you walk in, and then that was going to make them decide if they wanted to hear more from you or if you were just gonna be done. First of all, we can talk about my outfit that I wore, and I feel like girls are trained to always wear like an A-line dress, like a fit and flare kind of thing. Like you see a lot of girls wearing the same exact kind of dress at auditions, and I have those dresses. I also wear those dresses to auditions. But I also think that you should dress for the job that you want, and this particular job and these shows that are here are edgy, and I was auditioning for The Bride of Frankenstein, and like I just wanted to be like a little bit more rock and roll, a little bit more sexy, and so I had this like backless bodysuit and this like snakeskin like faux skirt and boots, and I just wanted to like own the place. And sure enough, no one was wearing anything like that. So when I walked in to the room to sing for the first time, they were like, oh, who is this person? Auditioning is scary, okay? Super duper scary. And you're nervous because you just really want them to like you and you want to do a good job. And it's crazy. And I remember auditioning like fresh out of college and just being terrified and shaky and just like even though I knew that I could hold my own and that I was talented, I still would just like get in the room and I'd be like, you know, it would be just terrible. But now that I've been working for a while, and especially working with Carnival on the playlist stage, these shows are like fierce and you have to just like own the stage, and luckily America Rocks especially is like rock and roll, and we dance in boots with heels, and like I wore clear plastic skirts and like was half naked all the time, and it just, my experience there has really helped me to like know that I can be sexy and I can be fierce and I can like sell rock and roll. I didn't feel like I was trying to prove anything to them. I didn't feel like nervous. I just felt like I know I can do this, and so I'm going to do it. So I sang Roar, and sure enough, they were like, okay, we'd like you to sing your own song. So I left the room and went and looked at my book. This is my book, and your book is like your lifeline, okay? Seriously. Anyone's book is gonna have, these are my headshots in here, and there's my resume, and here is all my music. I have so many different things in here. Call me. Oh, this is Breathe from In the Heights. I am the one who made it all. And this is the song that I sang next to me. Ooh. A little backstory on this book. Okay, so as a performer, as an auditioning performer, you want to make sure your book is like ready to go. You always want to have a few headshots in here. You want to have your resume ready to go in here. And I've been on the boat for 7 months, so I haven't auditioned for anything in a long time. But my book was, I thought it was good to go. I knew I had to print out my resume. And it was the night before the audition, and I was like, oh, I need to print out my resume. I'll do it in the morning. And sure enough, went to go do it in the morning, and the ink in my printer was all dried up because it had been 7 months since I had turned on my printer, so of course it didn't work. So now I'm like panicking in the morning. I had given myself so much time to get ready and to get there on time and to be early and to find parking, and now I have this dilemma. I don't have a resume, and like, don't even bother going to an audition if you're not gonna have your headshot and your resume and music. Like, no, like that's the first thing. Like, you're showing them that you're a professional and that you're prepared and that like you know what you're doing, and they want to work with you because you are a professional. I finish getting ready and I get in my car and I'm looking up where can I print things. And I see that I can print at Staples, and I just had to email my resume and they would give me a code, and there was a Staples on the way, like on the freeway. It cost like 39 cents to print out 3 resumes. It was amazing. Like, I'm never buying ink again. Sorry, HP, you have lost a customer. Emailed them, ran inside, got it, got back in my car and Zoomed. But now, this morning that I planned to be relaxed and to be prepared and to do, now that had turned into a frenzy, all because I didn't check my book. Word of advice, some wisdom I can share: check everything the day before, because then you still have time to go print out your headshot, to go print out your resume, to print out music if you need to, or organize your book or whatever. Like, just be prepared the night before, so that way in the morning you're not worried about anything but warming up and being calm. Yes, so I highly recommend that. So my book that had my song in it, I went in and I sang Next to Me by Emile Sand. Oh, I never say her name right. And then after that they were like, do you have something else you can sing? And I Want to Dance with Somebody in my book. So I think the musical director was the one playing. He was the accompanist, and he was like, we're gonna do it like a ballad. I was like, oh my God, I have never sung this song as a ballad before, so yeah, I'm down, let's do it. I'm totally ready. And actually it was so beautiful, and he was playing the piano. It was so like sweet and tender, and like, I just sang this like heartfelt ballad about how much I want to dance with somebody. And the table had like 6 people, like 5 or 6 people behind, and that can be really intimidating, like to have all of those eyeballs watching you. But I cannot say enough how nice this team was and how encouraging they all were to everybody. Like, anybody who walked in the door, they just love and encouragement and kindness. It was such a great experience. So I'm looking at all these faces, and they just all look so enamored, and it felt so good. It made me feel comfortable. It made me feel like open to the experience of like singing this song in a way that I'd never done before. And at the end, the main casting director was like, "Oh, girl, you stupid." I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I ran over and I got my book, and they said they wanted me to come back in and sing I Will Survive, which is the song for the Bride of Frankenstein in the show. I was already familiar with the song because on the website it says, if you are called back for bride, we want you to sing I Will Survive. And they had like the audio file and everything, so I was already very familiar with it. There were probably about 100 people who went to the audition. And at this point now, there are only 4 girls left who are gonna sing I Will Survive. And we go in there and we stand around the piano and he plays it for us, and we all go over it together, and they tell us like there's a riff at the end. If you wanna do it, you can do it. If you don't wanna do it, don't do it, whatever. I did the riff. I mean, I have sung this song a billion times, so it's like in my blood to sing this song. And which is really nice because I didn't have to think about it. I just got to perform it. Like, it's really great. Like, I'm a lot older than some of these girls at these auditions, and the good thing about that is that, like, I'm not the green person anymore. I'm not like the eager, like, I just really want to impress you and I can't think of anything else other than impressing you. Like, I'm very grateful that I've had a lot of time to kind of find myself and find, like, know who I am as a performer and be confident enough to go into an audition and know I did everything I could do. I left my very best in that room, and if I don't get chosen today, it's because I just wasn't what they were looking for, not because I did anything wrong. It's taken a long time to get to that point. It felt really great to just sing a song. And again, my experience with Carnival and in performing, I was in rock band for 2 years, and that's an intimate setting. You're in front of people, you're talking to people, you're hosting basically the evening in the pub or the lounge. And that really kind of set me up for success with auditions because there's smaller rooms and you're seeing these people's faces. And then my 2 years being part of the production cast, you perform in front of like thousands of people at a time. You have to sell it. You have to just like own this giant stage, or else the show's gonna suck. Yeah, I'm really grateful. I just feel like a whole new person coming back to LA and auditioning. So I did I Will Survive, and then after that, 3 girls got kept, 1 girl got cut, and they asked us to stay and dance. It was a lot of walking, and it was mostly them saying, like, we just want you to sell it. We just want you to have a good time. And that happens a lot in auditions where, like, the choreography is not hard at all, and they just really want to see your personality. And, like, even if you mess up, they know they can teach. They want to see that you can move, that you can keep the beat a little bit, and that you can sell something. They want to see your personality. They want to see your courage. They want to see, like, your performance level. And so I went. I felt really great. It was awesome. I don't know. It was really exciting. And I was having to remind myself to breathe because it was going so well, and I felt so happy and just, like, validated, because being a performer is so hard and auditioning is so hard, and, like, you just want to work. You just, like, you want to do what you love, and you want to pay your bills, and you want to eat, and there's just a lot of pressure on these auditions, and so it's easy to get in your head, and it's easy to feel, like, overwhelmed and just, like, I don't know. It's easy to go down like a dark rabbit hole about auditions, and you just can't, because it's really out of your control. The only thing you control is showing up, being on time, being prepared, and doing your best. That's it. Those are the parts you can control. And after that, it's not in your hands anymore. It's not meant to be, you know? So we did the dance, and they interviewed everybody and took our measurements and took pictures of everything. And then after, the casting director came up to me and gave me a hug and was like, thank you so much for coming. You were such a great surprise for us today. And I just, like, I could have melted, like, right then and there, because I've wanted to work in Japan for a while. I auditioned back in 2014, and I made it all the way to the end. They took my pictures, they took my measurements, everything like that. And then I got the job with Carnival, and I haven't been on land to audition. And this was the first year that it was, like, perfect. I got home on September 5th, and the audition was September 15th. It was like the universe lined everything up. So I will know they said we'll know by, like, Thanksgiving. So I will definitely keep everyone posted about that. But that would be super cool if I went. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video and stayed here for this story, thank you so much. Yeah, I guess I'll just be kind of, these things will be really random, I think, and just kind of following. My life is super random at the moment. I'm fortunate enough to have booked a Christmas gig. I'll be caroling for the Christmas season, so I'm currently just drowning in Christmas music. Everything from, like, Silver Bells and Sleigh Ride and Marshmallow World, which is actually, I really love that Christmas song. It's super cute. There's like 72 songs. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more of that journey happening. Yeah, my life is super random. Today I spent the entire day at the DMV and had to go get a smog check, and nothing went as it was supposed to today. And again, that's just part of it, part of my super random life that I hope to share more of with you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.